So right after I will have finished my little introduction, Freya and Paul will introduce the platform to you, and they will guide you through the 3 participation packages, the sponsoring packages, and the subscription. After that, we will take you on a tour d'Afrique, an Africa tour, and introduce our partners to you and have them present their contributions to have you generate valuable business contacts and have a successful event. So first of all, there will be Africa's leading market intelligence and corporate data provider, Ashoko. Then there will be our partners from Algeria, Agrolinie, together with us at Fairtrade, speaking about the Maghreb countries. In Ethiopia and for Ethiopia, there will be Nebiyu Lema, the Prana events, our long-term partners for our live event in Ethiopia, together with Henok Mesfin from the Agricultural Development Agency. And then we move from Ethiopia to Kenya, Rwanda, Tanzania, and Uganda. And we have our friends Lawrence and Neville from B2B Africa in Nairobi to speak to us. Then we move from East Africa to the West, and we are glad to have Katharina Felgenhauer, the German delegate of industry and commerce in Nigeria, to speak to us together with Paul, and also the German delegation in Accra in Ghana to speak to us about Benin, Burkina Faso, Cote d'Ivoire, and Mali and Senegal and Togo. All right, so after this tour, we will next we will hear from representatives of an Italian, a Nigerian, and a Franco-Nigerian institution, what they expect from the virtual event for their members and companies. Then there will be the Q&A session, which gives you both the opportunity to clarify all which is still unclear to you, and of course also the opportunity to tell us what we should keep in mind on our way to the opening of the virtual event on the 19th of October. All right, so I'm back. I'm sorry, I just left you. Just to say a few words about the African market. On the agricultural field, the African Development Bank, for instance, has committed $24 billion to agriculture over the next 10 years. And you all know that the demand for food and beverage ingredients is rising continuously. No wonder with 1.3 billion people living in Africa. And that is also the reason why lots of ingredient companies are with us here today. And when we are speaking about African food production, there is also still, it is a market insufficient. So there is actual food imports of 35 billion for the time being. And this is to rise to 110 billion by 2025, so only within the next 5 years. So when we come to food and beverage technology, and the next slide, Africa's investments in food processing and packaging technology made up for nearly 3 billion euro in 2018. And if you take a look at the other figures, you see that over the past 5 years, there's always been something like 2.8, 2.9, nearly 3 billion euro, which Africa is importing food processing and packaging technology, which is an amazing figure. And this really becomes clear when you compare it with other parts of the world. 3 billion to Africa, 1.7 billion to the Middle East, to Central America, and 1.6 billion to the Middle East. And this also continues on the next slide when we come to the plastics printing and packaging. So investments in plastics technology make up for nearly 1 billion euro in 2018. Again, this is 50% more than the Middle East with 671 million. Imports of packaging technology, 1.3 billion, and printing and paper processing technology, 733 million. All these figures, by the way, from thanks to VDMA, the German Engineering Federation, so they are trustworthy. And this is actually just to show you a little bit about the market here. Okay, so this was a little summary about the African market, and you find all these figures and many more in the brochure. And I thank you for your attention. I'd like to introduce Paul Fryer to you, present how the event portal works, which we have selected out of the many on the market. Again, our clear focus here lies on which portal is best to generate valuable business contacts between exhibitors and attendees. Paul and Fryer, please be so kind to walk us through the Untitled platform.
Thank you very much, Martin, for this interesting introduction. And good morning, everyone, also from my side. And thank you for joining us today. Freya and me will now walk you through the virtual exhibition. As a starting point, it would be great if all of you can just think about what your expectations are towards an exhibition, no matter if it is live or if it's virtual. Please try to get that clear for yourself for a moment, because this is key when transforming anything to the virtual world, of course also exhibitions. When we started our journey to take our events virtual, our first idea was a one-on-one adaptation. We need a virtual hall, virtual booth, avatars, and so on. But over a couple of weeks, we realized what really counts. In an exhibition, we provide valuable contacts and leads. We provide a platform for networking, a platform for brand building, and we distribute content through the conference. It became clear that we need a technology suitable for that purpose. The latest artificial intelligence matchmaking technology, a great conference tool, and good brand building. To walk you through the platform, I will hand over to Freya. Freya, you're still, yeah.
Without the earphone, so good morning, everyone. So let's open the event platform. But we will now, first of all, have a little idea of what to consider. We will now share the interface of the event via screen sharing with you to give you an impression of the virtual show. The interface is created for demo purposes only. You can imagine that the real value of the event is brought to life through our exhibitors and visitors. With our today's presentation, we give an insight to the setup days of the exhibition. Here an example of what it would like for a real show. You know best the difference to the ongoing event, which would look like this. Please consider this difference during our presentation. Just finish this and change the view to our platform. So here's our event platform. The onboarding starts with the registration. Exhibitor and visitor registration are already done. Exhibitors will start to access the platform from 1 month before the show, to edit their profile and to start preparing. Visitors that already register now and over the coming weeks will receive their onboarding call 2 weeks prior to the event. The more precise the data on the profiles and the interest given, the better the artificial intelligence will be able to match you with what is really interesting for you. Through a link in the email, you will come to the home screen. The home screen is the hub where all attendees start their journey. From the home screen, you can access the entire event, exhibitors, products, the conference programs, speakers, attendees, group chats, and the My Event tab. We will now show you around. Just one information before Paul takes us on the journey. All content is available in French and English. The setting for this tour is English.
Thank you, Freya. So all exhibitors are visible on the event show floor. To specify your search, you can use the filters on the left. And by bookmarking companies, you can create your personal contact list. Let's go to a profile. The beauty of your profile, no matter if you're an attendee or an exhibitor, depends on the content you deliver. On the exhibitor profile, you have the opportunity to present your logo, company video, add your advertisement, and your background image. You can show your meeting availabilities, company information, and direct social media links. You can decide which products you present. The sessions you add to the conference program are shown here and can be directly added to your personal schedule from here. Sessions can be presentations or product demonstrations. You can also upload or link any marketing material. And just like in the real exhibition, personal contact is key. Here you can show your faces to the customer. Of course, these need to be the people who usually work and travel across the regions in Africa. If someone is not sure who to contact, he can also start chatting to the company directly. Then one of the booth staff will reply. The artificial intelligence learns from your clicks and helps to find exhibitors who share your interest on the platform. Let's go to the Products tab. In the Products tab, you will be able to see all products, to filter them according to your interest and the range of goods, and of course, to search for specific products in the search bar. Freya, stage is yours again for attendees.
On the Attendee tab, you will see all attendees. Again, you will be able to filter them according to your interest. From here, you can directly ask for meetings or connection requests or incentive connection requests. Here you see the available schedule of this person and you can send the connection request. If you are already connected to someone, you can directly start a chat or directly start a video call. During the video call, you're also able to share your screen. We say hi to Michelle. During the call, I can start discovering and continue discovering the platform. My call window remains open for this journey on the platform. If we go back to the attendee profile of Michelle, we can see her contact details, her availabilities, and we can also rate Michelle after, for example, our call. We can add tags and notes. All these information can be always downloaded and exported via Excel. For your follow-up, you can then start on your highest ranked meetings first, and you can import all the data to your CRM. We say bye to Michelle and continue with the conference program. Therefore, we enter the section Program. You can filter the content according to your needs. If you are signed up to a topic, it appears here. And by clicking on a topic, you will see more details, so as the speakers. We organize a high-level conference together with all our different partners across Africa. The content will be produced by a media agency, and content is pre-produced to avoid any technical issues during the conference. Also for the Q&A, the speakers will then be live available in the chat. Here you see the question chat, and it's also possible to do polls. After the session, you can join the speakers in a private video call room. Another area for communication is the FAQ, country tables, group of interests. These groups offer to read about ideas, share your experience, and raise your voice in different group chats. the My Event section. Gather all your personal interests, so as your general schedule, meetings, your network, and your bookmarked exhibitors. You can export your personal event schedule to your calendar. You may ask yourself, what do I need to prepare? What are the challenges? As always, preparation is the key, but preparation is not a rocket science. Let's go to the exhibitor tab again and see what you need to provide. It's a logo, it's a picture or a video of your company, it's a beautiful background, an advertisement, it can be, you're not forced to, of course, the products you would like to present, and documents you would like to feature. For presentations, we will do the pre-recording together, or we use existing target group adapted product presentations. And very important, your booth staff. The people responsible for Africa in your company need to have correct profiles. What do we need therefore? It's a picture, the contact details, and if you like, you can add their background information. And of course, these people should be available and online during the event days. You can see it's not a lot to prepare, but you also should not worry because we would guide you and take you by the hand.
Thank you very much, Freya. So, how can you participate? It's much less complicated than participating in a regular live exhibition. But of course, you also need to prepare. There are no travel organization, no travel cost, and so on. And with Virtual for All Africa, you can now reach not only one country or region, but as we have heard earlier, we cover the entire continent together with our partners. These packages are online on our website, and you can go through them anytime. Before going into detail, we'd just like to mention a few remarks on pricing. We already heard from some of our traditional customers that some organizers charge only 500 euros per exhibitor for participation in virtual events. And there are organizers who charge 10,000 euros and more. And here's how we from Fairtrade see sustainable pricing for virtual events that really generate leads. It is clear for everybody that on 500 euros, it is hardly possible to organize a broad marketing campaign and good conference content, both attracting the visitors we would like to have during the event to offer valuable business contacts. In a 500 euro event, you would never receive high-level contacts. These events cannot be sustainable. Our top priority at Fairtrade, however, over the past 30 years has always been to provide our customers with valuable business contacts. We at Fairtrade will run a large-scale visitor marketing campaign, broader than for live events, since we target all of Africa. On our website, you will already see the press clipping until now. The clipping already shows 320 English-speaking and 270 French-speaking articles from the entire continent, and of course will grow further. Our social media campaign will culminate towards the event. We involve our entire network across Africa, the network we relied on for live events over years. With this network, we organize a high-level conference to attract high-level contacts. All these need to be financed so that exhibitors benefit from the contacts, just like in a real exhibition. On top of this, there are, of course, the costs for the platform on which the event is held, the platform you have just seen in the demo. We run the event on a platform including the latest artificial intelligence matchmaking technology, which is also used by major organizers worldwide. We are convinced this way we can realize a successful event for exhibitors and participants. And now Freya will briefly go into the 3 different packages and the sponsoring options.
You can already see my screen with the packages. And here we have our 3 participation packages: basic, business, and professional. The main difference between these 3 packages are the possibilities to attract additional attention by sessions. With the business package, you have the opportunity to realize 4 sessions in the form of presentations, product demos, or a keynote. In the professional package, it is upgraded to 7 sessions. Another relevant difference is the number of products you can showcase. It starts with 3 in the basic package, 6 in the business, and unlimited products in the professional one. Coming to sponsoring, we have 3 packages, again available, silver, gold, and platinum. With these packages, you can further increase your visibility on the home screen of the event, in the exhibitor overview, and in the conference program. This is also very interesting for pavilions. They can feature their companies and put a special focus on them. Last but not least, your exhibitor profile will remain online for 10 days after the event, and you can then prolong your presence with a monthly subscription. Over the year, we will organize events on the platform to generate traffic, for example, on the plastics industry in Algeria or on the drinking technology industry in Nigeria. So I hope this was insightful for you. Please continue to ask your questions in the chat, and we will either come back to them directly in the chat or towards the end of the meeting. And now, Martin, let's start the Tour d'Afrique.
Thank you very much, Freya. Thank you very much, Paul. We've learned a lot about the technology, but at the end of the day, it is people who bring people together. And so we don't rely only on technology, though it is extremely helpful, but we cooperate with the same partners and the same people as we used to cooperate for our live exhibitions. And I think this is, at the end of the day, together with the technology, this is the secret for the success of this event. So I'm very happy to introduce some of the partners to you today. And we are starting with Africa's leading market intelligent and corporate data provider, Azoko Insight. And here we have Thibaut van der Werf from Belgium, the Senior Business Development Manager. And I ask Thibaut to speak to us. Hi, Thibaut.
Good morning, Martin. Thanks for the introduction, and good morning, everyone. Let me start by congratulating the fairtrade team for the organization of this first of its kind virtual business event on the African market. At Azoko Insight, we are looking forward to interact with all of you during those 4 days. And as the event official data partner and Africa's leading corporate data provider, Azoko Insight is looking forward to support companies with key sector insights and private company data across the continent. Our mission at Azoko Insight has always been to enable organizations to navigate the African corporate map and facilitate business and trade on the continent. What can you practically expect from us? So first of all, our regional analysts will record 2 webinars that will be accessible during the event. The 2 topics covered will be supply chain challenges and opportunities in the coffee value chains, the case of Kenya, Tanzania, Ethiopia, and Uganda. Secondly, growth and changes in local manufacturing capacity in Nigeria plastics and paper production. We are also organizing a speed dating activity with 8 of our local analysts, where companies can book a 10-minute session to directly discuss sector and countries of interest. Markets that will be covered are Kenya, Nigeria, Ghana, Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, Ethiopia, and Morocco. Thirdly, you will have access to a market insight report on the Kenyan sugar value chain, looking more specifically at the local sugar millers and the challenges, opportunities in that sector. Of course, the business development team will be available during the 4 days of the event to respond to your inquiries. Big thanks to the Fairtrade team for the partnership and the cooperation, and speak to you in October.
Thank you very much, Thibaut. I mean, this speed dating, that sounds extremely interesting to me. How can we imagine, how do our participants here can profit from this speed dating?
Yes, Yes, so what we thought is that it would be interesting for companies that want to enter the African market or that want to enter new markets on the African continent to speak to local analysts that are on the ground. Like you mentioned before, traveling and moving with the actual challenges has become more difficult, but our analysts are still on the ground and they still have that local touch with business, with sectors. So how can you imagine it? Well, it's quite straightforward. You book an appointment with one of our analysts. You state the topic you want to discuss, and during 10 minutes, you will be able to exchange around that sector, around that country, with someone that is an expert on the country and that is an expert in market insights on the African market.
And all this is for free?
It is, of course, yeah. It is for free. And it's also for us a great.
I take the first slot.
Yeah. And it's, of course, yeah, for us a great opportunity also to understand what is happening in the market and to exchange with companies that are active in day-to-day business in Africa.
Thank you very much. So that's great. We're looking forward to have Asoko Insight with us, and it's tremendous. I love you guys. We're always following your newsletters. Every week we get some very important market information on the African market. I can only recommend it to everybody, Asoko Insight, and we have more later on. Thank you very much. Now, okay, from the data provider, Asoko Insight, we come to the Maghreb countries. And as you might know, many of you have participated in actually the last exhibition we did in this year was in March in Algeria, the plastics printing and packaging exhibition. And we are working in the Maghreb countries since more than 10 years, actually 15 years. And so for the plastics printing and packaging side, it is Fairtrade actually having all the data we need to bring the right people together. We have a database of more than 10,000 people active in the plastics printing and packaging in the Maghreb. But for the agrofood, we thought, okay, we might like to work together with a very famous partner, which is called Agrolinie Algeria. And Agrolinie is, they have, it's a portal actually, and we have 31,000 data of companies in the Maghreb working in the agro-food field. And I'm very glad to have Wissam Kandi, the social media sales representative, with us today to speak a little bit about what Agrolinie is doing and how they contribute to the success of your event. Wissam, can you hear us?
Hello, everyone.
Very well. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for the invitation and thank you for this opportunity. I would like also to thank all the participants. So Agrolinie is specialized in business networking. We are a platform of more than 32,000 companies listed on our database. We work in food and beverage industry, agriculture, and we are a press partner to many fair trades and events here in Algeria, and also in the African market and the European and Middle East market also. So our slogan is Together for the Development of North-South Exchange, which underlines our mission is business matchmaking, is creating opportunities, is together, is gathering, economic operators and support companies in all their steps of sourcing, prospecting, and business development. So this is our main mission. And we do it through mainly two tools. We have Agrolinie, which is a magazine with more than 20 years of experience. And we have also Réseau Agro-Agri, which is our networking platform when people can post their offers, their demands, and all their research in obviously the agro-food sector. Yes, this is mainly our mission.
Amazing, absolutely great. Thank you very much. So I would say the combination of the competence of Fairtrade in plastics, printing and packaging and yours in the agro-food, we are the winners, that's for sure. We're going to succeed.
I'm very excited.
Thank you very much, Wissam.
Thank you.
And now we're coming to Ethiopia. And I would like to introduce to you our longtime partner, Nebiyu Lemma from Prana Events. We realized together our agrofood and plastprintpack shows in Addis, and it's always a great pleasure to work with Nebiyu and his Prana Events team. And with Nebiyu is Henok Mesfin, the director of the private sector in agriculture development, the Ethiopian Agricultural Transformation Agency. We're very happy to have you with us for the virtual event, just like for our live event in Ethiopia. Over to you, Nebiyu.
Thank you, Paul. Good morning, everyone. I'm so excited to be part of the first virtual agro-food plastprintpack Africa. And I think it comes in the right time following the positive moment in the economy after the effects of the pandemic. For Ethiopia, agriculture is the backbone of our economy and highest contributor of the export sector. We saw an increase in the last Ethiopian budget year in the July 8 amidst the impacts of the pandemic. And the largest increment comes from coffee. However, oilseeds and meat exports have also increased. And the good news, we have new products also in the export line. I can mention the export in avocado. We did the first shipment last month into England, a huge amount of avocado. And the government is also pushing on mechanization of agriculture. And they are providing pumps, tractors for farmers in a cluster approach to increase the agricultural productivity. There is also a plan to increase the amount of crops in the next agricultural season, considering the expected decrease from an 8 and the plan following the homegrown economic reform. And the Prime Minister has come up with the direction that no land should pass this season without cultivation. And as most of you know, agro-processing is the main priority sector for the country. Thus, the country is creating a conducive environment for investment in the area, providing valuable support for both local and international investors. In the beverage sector, there is an increasing number of water bottling companies. Now we have more than 100 companies in operation and implementation stage, which also pushes the demand for inputs and packaging products. And plastic is one of the top import products in Ethiopia. And the recent reports I have seen is that we have imported nearly $3 billion worth of plastic materials in the last 5 years, which is a huge number. I think it's one of the top 4 products. And this shows that the market has huge potential for most of the international technology providers, as well as ingredient suppliers. And the event will create a good platform to liaise the potential buyers here, and also the technology supporters from the foreign side. And we have planned an intensive PR and communication strategy to create awareness about the virtual event that span from general place to social media, digital marketing, to different engagements with concerned organizations. Important government institutions as well as trade associations are already engaged in the event development that drive the agribusiness and plastic pan sector. We are already preparing ourselves to support exhibitors for a one-to-one meeting with potential buyers in Ethiopia and neighboring countries. I will provide support for visitors also in case they need help for effective communication in the virtual platform. It's a very new activity for most of our business people in our country. And a conference is being planned on the Ethiopian days that address various topics by higher officials and expertise in the nomenclature of the event. Few webinars will also be delivered by institutional partners. And what I can say is, let's know what you need. We are ready to provide you and cater all your needs to increase the business and the transactions and the technology and knowledge transfer to the country. And saying this, I will give the chance for Mr. Henok, Director for Private Sector in ETI, to say a few words about the development in the agribusiness area. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you, Nebiyu. Henok, do you hear us? Are you on?
Yes. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Very good.
Thank you, Nebiyu, and good morning, everyone. My name is Henok. I am a Director for Private Sector and Agricultural Development Team from Ethiopian Agricultural Transformation Agency. I will try to give you a brief introduction about the agriculture and our organization role. Our organization, Ethiopian Agricultural Transformation Agency, has been established in the last 10 years to work on systemic bottlenecks that exist in the agriculture sector, and we are trying to transform the agriculture sector by coming 15 years. The organization targeted to transform the sector in the coming total in 25 years period. Majorly, our organization work in 4 major areas. We develop policies which transform the agriculture sector. We design projects and we implement projects which will have an effect, a cross-cutting effect in the agriculture spec. And we do also capacity building in the agriculture sector, and then we also do a coordination effort on the organization working on the agriculture sector. So generally, our major objective is to increase production and productivity of the agriculture sector. With this respect, we have a number of projects.
Henok, your
Henok,
microphone
I
just
think
went.
you're muted. We cannot hear you now.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
now it works. Now it works.
Yeah, I was just talking about our organization role, which we are working on increasing the production and productivity of the agriculture sector. We have close to 56 projects, starting from input to the marketing side. The agriculture sector has a number of problems, it has also a number of investment opportunities through these areas. We have our flagship project, which is called the Agricultural Commercialization Cluster, which tries to bring together farmers in different locations and enhance their production. This year we have enrolled some 2.8 million farmers with 2.4 million hectare land in 10 selected commodities, which are cereal, horticulture, fruits, and livestock. So when we coming to our specific team, our team is called Agricultural Trade and Investment Promotion Team, which is working on the marketing side of the agriculture sector. So we try to we try to attract anchor investors into the sector, which can work with smallholder farmers and then create market for the smallholder farmers. We have successfully attracted, investors in the poultry sector, in the barley sector, in the meat sector, and we have close to 10 business plans in different areas so that investors can come and see the general project scenario and the financial indications.
Henok, I think we need you as a speaker in one of our sessions on agricultural industry and so on in Ethiopia. And I'm afraid that we cannot go into more details on this topic during this meeting, as we still have your neighbors also from Kenya who want to say a few words. Thank you very much, Henok. It's been a pleasure to be with you a couple of months ago. And I can only say that the Agricultural Transformation Agency is a top modern institution. I think this is an institution which is very rare in East Africa, in Africa, and it is. I can only recommend everybody who is in this field and who wants to do business in Ethiopia to contact Henok and to lead him. Get in touch with Henok and the Agricultural Transformation Agency. They are your partners. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you. All right. So, as I said, we have our next partners from Kenya. And we as Fairtrade, we have valuable business contacts as our claim. And now guess what is the name of our partners in Kenya? It is B2B Africa. And this is where the voyage is going to. We are speaking B2B, and this is why we are all together right now. And I'm very pleased to give the stage to Lawrence Korea and Neville Trindade, a Kenyan and a Tanzanian, who will be bringing us all the beautiful people from Eastern Africa, except from Ethiopia. Hi there.
Hi, Martin. Thank you so much. And congratulations on this. I'm Lawrence Korea, B2B Africa. And B2B Africa is a consulting agency that offers a variety of trade and within the African region. At B2B Africa, we strive to meet and exceed market needs expectations. So basically, we help companies, businesses of all sizes, associations, government, non-profit communities, says today's business opportunities. I would say East Africa story is alive, bold, and exciting. And there's a lot of positive investments and business opportunities in the whole of Africa, and specifically, I would say, focused on East Africa. I would say I would want to acknowledge the organizations, institutions that already are here from our region. That is the Kenya Association of Manufacturers, Rwanda Development Board, Tanzanian Chamber of Commerce and Industry and Agriculture, Uganda National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Agricultural Society of Kenya, East African Business Council, and also the Tunisia Embassy, represented by Mr. Slim Yahya, who's the head of the Tunisia Trade Office in Kenya, and also part of Tunisia Exports. Thank you so much, Martin.
Thank you very much, Lawrence, for your introduction, and we're happy to work with you in Kenya and across East Africa. Very impressive which organizations you have on board in your countries. Amazing. Thank you. So up next, we go to West Africa. We're going to Nigeria, where we work with the AHK, the Delegation of German Industry and Commerce in Nigeria already since 2014, since we started our first show in Nigeria then in 2015. And I would like to welcome the German delegate, Katharina Felgenhauer, who joined the AHK at the end of last year. So she came in at a very difficult time before the pandemic, and it is amazing. They are very, very brave. They started to take their walkie exhibition virtual already now. So they are currently already running a virtual exhibition, and I'm very happy to have Katharina with us today, and I invite you to say a few words on how we cooperate towards getting good contacts from Nigeria. Kat, over to you.
Thank you very much, Paul, and apologies that I'm invisible. My camera seems to be deactivated, so you just have to imagine that I'm looking at you. But thank you very much for inviting all of us to this meeting today. And indeed, the timing couldn't be any better because our own West African Clean Energy and Environment Trade Fair and Conference is running as a full online conference right now as we speak. It will still continue until tomorrow, so I invite all of you to also join. It is, by the way, a conference and an online exhibition where we did sell booths for 500 euros and less. But to set that straight, our approach in terms of content, in terms of target groups, in terms of companies and organizations that have joined is very different from the agrofood and plastprintpack. So we absolutely support your approach in marketing the agrofood and plastprintpack for Africa on a virtual platform. What we've been doing, you already mentioned it, Paul, over the last few years, we have already been working together on organizing the live version, the face-to-face version of agrofood and plastprintpack together with you. We have made contributions in terms of organizing the conference content, which we also plan to continue for the virtual version. We will build on the work that we have already accomplished in preparation of the agrofood that was supposed to take place in Lagos this year. We had postponed it, and then eventually we needed to cancel it. But that doesn't mean that the conference program and the speakers and the partners we had already gathered for this event are no longer available. Quite the contrary, we're already in discussion with Paul in particular about how we can transfer some of that content onto the virtual platform with the pre-recordings, etc., to make the event highly interesting to our participants. Because of the shift to the online version, the virtual agrofood and plastprintpack, what we're going to add from our side as support is, of course, the PR and communication, especially with a focus on Nigeria. I expect we'll be working closely with some of the partners that have already presented today, so that we make sure that we get a lot of leverage and create a buzz here in Nigeria. We are also planning to host a virtual press briefing so that we have a very targeted messaging to the right multipliers here on the ground. Again, I expect that this will be something where we work together with some of the partners that have already spoken, and we'll make everything possible to promote the event as much as we can to exhibitors, sponsors, but also visitors, because we can tell from our live walkie right now that it's quite difficult to generate visitor traffic, both to the online exhibition and to the online conference, just because these virtual sessions are attractive in the sense that people don't need to travel, but are also attractive to people who are not really committed. And those are not necessarily the guests or the visitors that we need to make this agrofood and plastprintpack a success, especially for the visitors. We'll also facilitate or support the B2B meetings. This goes into the same direction of saying bringing the right people together and make sure that they spend time on the platform and talk to the exhibitors, talk to partners, so that we really build business from the event. So we're really looking forward. Of course, we'll share some of our insights, experiences from Walkie also with you. And I think together we'll create something that will work. So thank you very much for also being brave and putting agrofood onto the virtual platform. I've seen the insights, the presentation of the platform so far. So some of our learnings have already been implemented, or you knew about them before. So we're really looking forward to working together with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kat, and we're glad to continue our great cooperation also in the virtual space. And good luck for the coming days for Walkie. I think it's really amazing what you have achieved in such a short time and how quickly you reacted in this regard. That's really impressive. So now we are moving in the West African region, and I'm glad to have with us the AHK in Ghana, which is covering Benin, Burkina Faso, Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana, Mali, Senegal, and Togo. I would like to invite Mame Efwa Bordo-Datsi, the project manager of the AHK in Ghana.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for this privilege to work with you in this conference.
Thank you, Mami, and I already see in the picture that Harriet is with us too. So I also introduce Harriet, and we work together already for a long time for our live events in Ghana since 2013. Over to you, to both of you.
Okay, so we at AHK are the official representatives of German companies in Ghana and Francophone countries. So we support companies, German companies, in promoting and extending their business relations in Ghana and surrounding countries, like Burkina Faso, Cote d'Ivoire, Benin, Senegal, and Mali as well, sorry. So for this program, for this conference, we'll be engaging relevant ministries, institutions, and supporting partners. As we all know, we had already organized, we have already organized agrofood previously, so we have a lot of database with information for our ministries and partners from previous years. So we also engage them in this year's conference. We also coordinate with or link up with other institutions like the Ghana National Chamber of Commerce, Association of Ghana Industries, and other relevant local chambers who are relevant members and relevant organizations and companies to also get good information, good contributions, and good links for our exhibitors and our attendees. Also, we'll help to promote the conference by creating awareness on social media platforms and also sending out social media information through LinkedIn campaigns and other social media platforms as well. We also engage other companies through our survey we conducted last year. That's the food processing study with GTAI. We had a lot of database with information from companies in Ghana, which would be interested in this conference. We also link up with them to also get involved in this conference as well.
I mean, to add to it, we have a long-standing relationship with companies that you mentioned in the Francophone West African countries. So with one of our colleagues, we have colleagues who are in charge of that region. So reaching out to contacts within the Francophone West African region would not be a difficult thing for us. Through the various ministries, through the various associations, it would be easy to reach out to them. So finding companies, finding institutions that will be relevant for the program would not be a problem for us at all. So we have worked with Fairtrade on agrofood since 2013. This will not be our first time, and so we do have an understanding of how the agrofood is organized. We have an understanding of what they would need, some of the sectors that they would need. So this will not be a difficult thing for us. So rest assured, you would have great contacts, great engagements, visitor-wise, from Ghana, from Francophone West African countries. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, both of you, Mame and Harriet. Glad to be working with you again. And this was our Tour d'Afrique. And Martin, now we would like to continue with associations.
Absolutely. First of all, also thank you from my side. It's been amazing to see from north to the west and the east. We covered all of Africa. So we also, I mean, associations are and institutions are very important. And the concept of our project is made also for group pavilions, for national pavilions, group pavilions. And so we wanted to hear also about the expectations of such organizers of group pavilions for the virtual event. And I'm glad to speak to Mario Maggiani, the general manager of Amaplast, which is the Italian plastics and rubber processing machinery and molds manufacturers association. Ciao, Mario.
Ciao, Martin. And first of all, thank you very much for the invitation. My compliments. I think that the presentation was, to say, is really interesting. Which is my vision concerning this virtual platform. Obviously, to be honest and to be clear, I think that virtual platform cannot replace the real exhibition. This is mainly due to the fact that when we speak about machinery, I mean, you need to see, you need to touch, let me say. You can think to exhibit in a virtual way shoes or dresses, even furniture, but a machine, it's a completely different story. Nevertheless, we have seen what happened in the last months. All the exhibitions were cancelled. Also, the majority of the next months will be cancelled. So we have to study alternative solutions. And I think that the platform you have presented today, it's one of the best solutions I've never seen up to now. Also because anyway, apart from COVID-19 and all of us, we really hope that next year we will find a solution, a vaccine in order to go back to the normality. I think that anyway, I was saying, the virtual platform are an instrument that can really support and can really help also the real and physical exhibition. It's a way in which you can enlarge the market. You do not stop or you do not concentrate only in 3 or 4 days the possibility to meet your customer, but moreover to meet your prospects. But you give the possibility to continue to have relationship with potential customers. And I think this is the real advantage. So it's not an instrument. I mean, it can replace the physical exhibition just in a situation of emergency like the one of these days, unfortunately. But it's a really important instrument as a support to the real exhibition. And I think that in the next future, the majority of other exhibitions will follow this model. You have the advantage to be one of the first. So you are opening the way, and again, really compliments for what we have done now.
Thank you very much, Mario. I mean, we all agree that live events come first. The thing is that, you know, among exhibition organizers, we also agree that the future will see hybrid events. That means that once, for instance, we have our next live show in Nigeria, we will also give to our exhibitors at no extra cost a virtual stand to increase the reach, so that, you know, then there can be 2 teams. The team in Lagos, for instance, on the real stand, taking care of all the live people coming by the stand, and another team from the office of the company, which is addressing the other visitors who cannot make it to Lagos, you know. And at no extra cost, this is going to add value for the exhibitors, because they get both things at the price of a normal live presentation. So another information, Mario, I need to tell you about a meeting we had yesterday with your friends, Thorsten Kühlmann and Florian Mikuláš of VDMA. They are discussing a VDMA pavilion to join at the virtual agrofood and plastprintpack. What about Amaplast, Achimga, and your companies? Will you be doing the same for Italy?
Yeah, we are taking into consideration. I have a discussion with the board of directors in a couple of weeks concerning these opportunities. So we'll let you know for sure. But I think it's a good possibility.
Very good. Thank you very much for this excellent
news.
You're
welcome. Thank you again for the opportunity.
All the best to you. Huh?
Bye-bye.
So I hand over to Paul.
Thank you,
again.
Mario. Great to have you with us and to see you here. Now we're going back to Nigeria, and we work with the Nigerian Institute of Food Science and Technology already for years. And I would like to invite the president and chairman, Vol Toy. I hope you are with us and can share a few words with us now. Vol, do you hear us? If this is not the case, then we would for now continue. We would stay in Nigeria, but at the same time go to France. We were working with Business France already, and Idu, trade advisor of Business France in Lagos, was with us at the get-together, at the live get-together in January. And I'm happy to invite Idu Valor to share his vision on a virtual show with French involvement now. Over to you, Ido.
Thank you, Paul. I'm excited to be with you on this virtual meeting. Is very great from what you have shared before. Despite the impact of the coronavirus pandemic, the world has moved on, and I'm happy that Fairtrade is not left behind. So at Business France, like we've worked a long time with you. What are we expecting from this virtual trade? We are expecting it to be a bit real, and from what you have explained to us, we are. I'm very convinced that it's going to be great. I was waiting for this. Should I call it a training or a show of how you expected this to work before we can deepen discussion with our French companies? But from what you have explained, I would assure you that from this week and next week, we would further discussion with French companies and see how they can participate. One question I would like to ask or get clarification on would be, would there be like a demo video when someone logs in that would remind or teach people who are not here on how to use the site, maybe at the time they would be connecting? A short demo video that would explain. And on the other hand, would also help to promote the event through our social media, LinkedIn, Twitter, and all of that to let the Nigerian guys to connect and be part of the event too. For those who do not know Business France, sorry I did not introduce us. We are the French agency that help the international promotion or development of French companies. So we help French companies to come into Nigeria and find partners and settle in Nigeria and do business in Nigeria. And we have been working with Fairtrade when they organize the agro to get French companies to participate. We sometimes do that with our other friends from France that is called the Adapter. So in short, that is what we're doing. So thank you very much, Martin. Thank you very much, Paul. You have done a great job, and I'm really convinced, and I believe that it's going to be a success in October. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Idu, and we're glad to have France in Nigeria with us. And I heard that now, Vol, you are in the call now. So I would give over to you. Vol, are you back? No, apparently this is still not the case. So we would open the Q&A round, and you are welcome to share your questions concerning the platform, concerning the technology, but of course also questions to our partners all across Africa through the chat function. So if you have any topics you would like us to go into further detail, if you have any topics you would like to be discussed, please ask through the chat function.
I would just catch up the question of Edu for the exhibitor explanation how to set up the profile. We will have a PDF, the very classical way, a PDF to show how this works, but we will also have a short video to give some impressions, like what happens after the registration and as soon as you got your login for the platform. But really, as we saw before, it is very easy to follow the instructions given on the platform, on the editing page within your exhibitor center. It's the access for each exhibitor where you individually can adapt your information, same as for your LinkedIn profile or Facebook profile. It's quite easy.
Thank you, Freya. So if there are no remarks and no questions, I just see one question coming in. Will there be a demo access to the portal? If yes, when? So in our time schedule, 4 weeks before the exhibition, we will open the platform for exhibitors. So by then, exhibitors will be able to join the platform to prepare their profile and to start everything that they need to do before the exhibition. And then 2 weeks before the exhibition starts, we will onboard all the attendees. And by then, attendees and exhibitors can start arranging meetings and can start networking on the platform. So already 2 weeks before, you can start preparing your meetings and to make yourself familiar with the platform. So there is no demo access, but you have time before the exhibition to make yourself familiar with the platform. And we have we will share the video that we have recorded today, and we have explanation on the platform in different other videos and other material. And now there are a couple of questions coming in.
There is one of Ina concerning also regarding the setup of the profile and the support to organize the virtual booth, what is given. So what we will do is to deliver this PDF and the video, and also the first step is really to log in. And as soon as you're in and you have any questions, we are always up to have a Teams meeting, one-to-one, or with some of your responsible colleagues to set up your profile via screen sharing. Because of course, we as organizer cannot adapt your profile, like we cannot put your documents on online. This is you, but we can do it together whenever there are any questions. And this video, for example, is not enough. We are always there to do this together via screen sharing, of course.
And then there is a question from Mokhtar, if we can get the African market presentation. Of course, actually it's already online in the brochure on the website virtual-africa.net. You have the brochure, and in the brochure you will see all the market figures, also going into more detail than what we have showed today. So you can just download it from the website already now. We have another question from Nigard, asking how many visitors we think will attend. Based on our experience, we expect between 4,000 and 5,000 visitors. but of course, I mean, all of us are new to this world. So, I mean, we have now experience on virtual exhibitions since the pandemic started, but of course we have 30 years of experience for live exhibitions, and our guess is 4,000 to 5,000, and we're happy if it will be more. And Nigard, you were also asking if there's any entrance cost to join. No, for attendees it's free of charge, like in the live exhibitions. We don't charge any entrance fee. I mean, the valuable business contacts that we have there, we want to have them on the platform, of course, for free.
Benjamin asked if the platform will remain open during the year and if the communication is still possible. So the platform will be open 10 days after the event days for everyone, for the exhibitors and visitors. And after this, the exhibitors have the possibility to have a monthly subscription, and visitors, yes, they can still enter the platform. And we will, over the year, then organize some events within the platform. So as the conference during the show, we will have then special days which we communicate, or a special evening session, whatever it can be. And then everyone is invited for this event to enter the platform. But of course, it would be possible to enter the platform for communication, which is not then as fast as during the live event, because then everyone is directly behind the screen and it's a fast response. But the same communication tool and meeting schedule can then be active around the year.
Slim, you are asking if we can share the documents. Of course, most of the documents are already online on the website, and we can share all the documents you would like to receive from us. No problem.
And also we will share the recording of our session today, so you can again see what Freya and Paul have evaluated.
Ahmed, great to have you with us. Ahmed from Nigeria, the president of the Nigerian Packaging Association and member in the World Packaging Organization. Very happy to have you with us. You are asking how we run the event in alternate years and how we run the virtual event in Accra and Abidjan. Of course, now in the virtual event, we cover both, or we cover English-speaking and French-speaking West Africa at the same time. We are working with our traditional partners in Ivory Coast, in Ghana, to make this happen and to invite relevant contacts from that region. Philippe, about the timing on registration. So registration started both for visitors and exhibitors. You can always register as an visitor. Just go on the website and start your registration as an attendee. As an exhibitor, you can go to our Fairtrade online shop in the login. If you already have a login from previous events, you can directly start booking your booth. If you don't have a login yet, you can create your own account in the Fairtrade online shop. And of course, as always, you're happy to just shoot us an email, and we will help you with the registration. I think Freya is just showing on the website how it works. Yeah, so this is the login of the online shop, and either you already have your username and password, or you just create a new one and then you can start your booking process as an exhibitor. Maybe Freya, you can also show how it works for a visitor. Yeah, so there you have the visitor registration. I hope this answers your question, Philippe.
I'd like to add something also for the registration of exhibitors and visitors, and that is related to the artificial intelligence the platform is based on. We are asking quite a few questions actually, what are exactly the products the exhibitors are offering, and we are asking the visitors what is their interest, in which sectors are they interested, in which products are they interested, so that these two are being matched. And here we come to a very important point, that is to say that the visitors and the exhibitors on an ongoing basis during the 4 days always get proposals for people to meet, which is then done by this artificial intelligence. And that is why let's say the ticking of the right columns for during the registration is very important.
Julian, good morning. You are asking if it's possible to promote all Africa relevant contacts within the company presentation, but only having one person available for the chat. I don't know if I understand the question totally, but I understand you're asking if you can show all the faces that you have towards that sales region, but to have only one person in the chat. Of course, yes, that's possible. Or I see you now with a very nice windmiller background. Maybe you want to add something?
No, that's actually correct. That was the question, yeah. Otherwise, it would be necessary for us, for example, to have 5, 6, 7, 8 people all the time available for chatting. But that was exactly the question, whether we can, change the person or something like this. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. And we hear over the chat that Vol is back from NIFST. If this is the case, I would still invite Vol to say a few words on how NIFST can contribute to the virtual event, since we were working with NIFST already for the previous years in Nigeria. Vol, are you back? Is that correct? So apparently still not. So Vol, I hope for next time during the virtual exhibition, we invite you, of course, for the conference, and then we will see you and interact again. Looking forward to that. So we would now like to come to an end. I hope this was interesting for you. Of course, all of us, the team, our partners, will always be available for questions and to support you in the preparation towards the exhibition, then starting October 19. And I would also like to invite Martin for his words.
Thank you very much, Paul. First of all, my thanks go to our team for the preparation of this beautiful meeting, and of course to all of you for participating. We are very glad that we had the chance to be with you today. And now it is 11:27. You are used to German punctuality and German precision, not only in machinery and in Porsches and Mercedes-Benzes and BMWs, but also in the organization of trade shows. As you know, many German companies are very, very active. They are world leaders in trade show organization, and we are just trying to do the same. So thank you very much for all of us, and we see you soon in 19th of October. We've got the next meeting together with you for the virtual agrofood and plastprintpack Africa. Thank you very much for taking your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.